Hi everyone, it's Eileen with Creative Eye Designs. Welcome back to my channel. I have a part 2 of our faux bread and pies. And I did start them because you do need some drying time in between. So let's just hop to it. Part 2. So first thing I did was I made a coffee grunge. Trying to see. I don't think we have, here we go. I made a coffee grunge and I took some, I got this from, I think her name is Tracy from My Sweet Home Living, but so many creators are making this. So I'm not 100% sure where it originated from, but you're just going to get some inexpensive, cheap, instant coffee. Okay. Instant coffee. And you need some cinnamon, hot water. And I added my hot water upstairs. Oh, and you can also put like spices in here. I put some vanilla. So let's see. Okay. I put some vanilla in mine. You could put, so you got the cinnamon in there. You could add vanilla. You could add numerous things, dried spices in there if you want. So that's it. And you put it in the hot water and you let everything dissolve. And as it sits, you'll see it gets very goopy, very goopy. That's what you want. You want all that grunge down at the bottom. So let me just give that a good stir. And I got these, inexpensive brushes here from Hobby Lobby. They come in a pack of I don't know how many, but basically guys, you just gotta, and I mean, by the way, these turned out really nice. I have to say, this is one that I went this way with, and this one you could see the design is the one we went this way with. Okay, so, and I also want to mention that they did bow out a little bit, but what I found was if I just released it like this and got some air in there, I was able to just push it down and flatten it out. So also another viewer mentioned about putting cardboard on the bottom. You certainly could do that too. I don't know why I didn't think to do that, because I did do that in my little cupcake treat cups. I put a piece of cardboard down in the bottom and then sprayed in there so that it wouldn't bow out the bottom. All right, so I'm going to try and get some of that ooey gooey goopy stuff from the bottom, and I'm just going to paint it on, guys. I mean, it's that simple. It's that simple. Now, you do want to let it dry in between coats. You can go as dark or as light as you want. Okay, very easy. And it just gives it a really nice look. Now, could you paint this? You could totally paint it. I would suggest probably using some like Liquitex paints, because they're a heavier body than just your basic craft paints, which I'm sure you could use that as well. But the styrofoam does have a little bit of that slick surface. You could scuff it down a little bit with some sandpaper, but I don't tend to like how the styrofoam looks when you do that when painting. But look at that, guys. Already you can see the beautiful cinnamon and the coffee grinds in there. Okay, so it's so, I mean, it's so easy, guys, and everybody's doing this. So I had done one of my pies, and I did a second coat. Well, I did a first coat on this, and then what I did, let's just paint this other one real quick here. I just want to paint it real quick, and that's what I love about these inexpensive brushes, because your brush is really going to get ruined. You don't want to use your good brushes on this. You're dipping that down in that goop. But you can use, I did use a heat gun to speed up the process. Of course, I would be careful. It is styrofoam or insulation foam. I'm sure it's probably flammable. So, you know, just be aware and be careful with that. But anyway, so I was praying that, you know, I wasn't going to see any smoke or flames come up when I was using my heat gun. I guess you could use a blow dryer as well. That might just cause a melt, but not a actual fire. So like I said, just be aware. Just be aware. When I put my brush in there, I'm digging down into the bottom to try and get all those, that goop in there. So I think you get the idea here. I won't bore you with any more painting. The next step I did to achieve this look is I just put some of my instant coffee and some cinnamon in a bowl here. Use a paper plate, whatever you want to use. And I added some Mod Podge. Now, you could do this different ways. You could just add some Mod Podge on top of your pie, your bread, whatever you want to do. I saw somebody do it this way, and I thought, well, that's easy. I like that. So we like easy peasy. And I'm hoping that you can see what I'm doing. It's hard to see on camera if it's showing. So I just have my Mod Podge here, and I'm just going to brush some cinnamon and coffee grinds in there. And the Mod Podge dries clear. So that's, you know, that's not a problem. And I'm trying to get some really good. And what happens is that Mod Podge will help for the coffee grinds to melt. And it gives it, you get those nice dark brown spots like you can see right here. So I just kind of slapped it on there. No rhyme or reason. I want to make sure to cover it well where I want. And I haven't decided what kind of pies these are going to be. I am thinking apple. So I wanted to show you what I'm going to do with that. And again, I'm just trying to get some good pieces of that coffee. So it can melt into the Mod Podge. And like I said, you could add Mod Podge right on top of here and sprinkle your coffee on there. You could sprinkle your cinnamon. And I mean, it smells so good. This smells so good, guys. So I'm going to put a pie crust on this. But I do want it to dry. So let's see. I thought this one would be a really nice apple pie. So let me see. I'm trying to adjust the camera where you guys can see what I'm doing. So I apologize. I have a little mold for apple pieces, but these are they're kind of small, you know, but I thought I could Mod Podge glue them down onto my pie. I don't need to cover the whole thing because this whole thing here is sort of resembling the baked apples already done in the pie. But now if you don't have a mold for apples, it's not a big deal. I have some Model Magic here. This is what I am going to use for my pie crust. This stuff can be a little tough to work with because you've really got to condition your clay really, really well. And by condition, I mean you want to warm it up. And I'm going to get a little coffee grunge in there from my workspace, but I'm okay with that. I actually don't mind it at all. When I condition this, I did pre-condition it before coming on, but as it sits, it does tend to dry up a little bit again. So when you stretch it and pull it, that's what you want. You don't want it to snap like that. So I'm going to work it in a little bit. Now you could put some coffee grunge right into your clay. I wouldn't overdo it. You could add a little bit of paint in there to give it like a dough look for your pie crust. Whatever you want to do, get creative. I have some, like sometimes I'll put the buttermilk in there. I have another color from the Crafters collection, almond cream. That could be a nice dough color. You know, a basic starting dough. But the Model Magic itself is not pure white, so it's kind of nice. Anyway, let's make an apple. So I'm just going to rip off a piece of clay. You can use your air dry foam clay, like the Bose, whatever you want to do. I'm going to just roll it out like a little oblong shape, and I'm just going to turn it into an arch, you know, and round off my edges a little, flatten it up a little if you want. I mean, don't forget, when we make apple pie, we usually have cut up apples. They could be in chunks, whatever, however you want to do it. And I thought maybe I could just lay them in areas of the pie where it might show through on the crust. So that's an idea. So again, I'm just rolling it, oblong shape, turning it, and you can just flatten it. Press it down or roll it, whatever you want to do. We just want to resemble slices of apple. So I'm going to probably just go all the way around in a few spots just to have some pieces, again, that might show through when we put our crust on. So guys, if I'm going to try and roll out some of the crust. I may end up just doing that in another video because I do want my grunge to dry, and I'm sure I'm going to want to add a little bit more coffee podge here and there, or grunge, whatever you want to call it. So that's what we got going so far, guys. I think the other one is going to be a blueberry pie. I haven't really decided, or maybe they'll both be apple. But, you know, stay tuned and find out. I'll post a picture. Another thing you can do if you want to dirty up your pans, I'm not going to worry about it too much, although you could do the underside as well, is you could paint on some Mod Podge and sprinkle cinnamon all around. And that will give you, in fact, we'll do it anyway. That, I'm just going to use the same brush here. That will give you that like rusted, that rusted look. I still have coffee podge on here too, but you don't need that. You just need the Mod Podge. Mod Podge and cinnamon. And you just sprinkle it on. Now, I don't know. What did I just do? Here it is. What did I do with the cinnamon? Just sprinkle it on. And when that dries, it's going to look like rust. So, again, I'm going to go around with a crust. So we're not going to see that, but that's it. And then you can seal it as well with your Mod Podge. And that's it, guys. So I hope you enjoyed part 2 of my video. And I'm going to see if I can get these dried up a little bit and come back and do some crust. Have a great day. Thanks for watching. And please like, subscribe, and hit the bell so you get notifications. Thank you.